Bayou, a movie both written and directed by Chon, a man who I know from being in the Twilight series as an actor playing Eric Yorkie. Was not even aware that he was a writer and director, but after seeing this movie and the enjoyment that I got from it, I will most certainly be going to check out his previous work, that's for sure. He also stars in the movie as well, alongside Alicia Vikander, who plays his pregnant wife. In the movie, Justin plays a character by the name of Antonio LeBlanc and is a Korean American who was adopted at the young age of 3. Alicia Vikander's character in the movie has a child from a previous relationship. The partner from the previous relationship is a New Orleans police officer, and the whole movie focuses on the fight that Antonio has to do to stop himself from being deported from a country that is the only thing he knows. He is an American. He knows nothing but being an American. And the movie is a pretty intense watch. It is very melodramatic, and I don't have a problem with that. I love a melodrama. There was a few times where I felt the movie just went a little bit over the top, but it was few and far between where I felt like that. I did have some problems with the fact that the government wasn't always the big bad. Immigration and deportation should be the highlight of this movie, and not the highlight in, oh my god, that was the best part, but it should be the main focus. And I feel like putting in a white racist police officer kind of took away from that slightly. The government's got to be the big bad, got to be the antagonist, and I feel like they missed a trick by kind of reducing that character's role a little bit and just pulling it down slightly. Other than that though, I don't really have too many qualms with the movie. I would have potentially cut a subplot with one of Antonio's clients at the tattoo parlor, which just kind of took away from the main story in my opinion. It could have been cut by about 15-20 minutes and it probably would have been perfect. Justin Chon and Alicia Vikander are superb in this movie. It's very hard, well it must be very hard for an actor to star in a movie that they wrote and are also directing. Of course they have a lot of information to go on, a lot of research, but there's a lot of pressure on him for sure. And he knocks it out of the park. I thought his performance was fantastic, as was Alicia's. One of the main highlights for me was the cinematography. This was shot on 16mm and the movie just looked gorgeous from start to finish. One of the better looking films that I've seen this year for sure. I was the only person in the cinema watching this movie, and thank the movie gods for that. So no one got to see my silly, stupid weeping tears, because this one did get very emotional for me, and it's a hard hitting story. The fact that this is something which affects so many people on a day-to-day basis is pretty nuts, and the laws that just come into stuff like immigration is absolutely insane. Go check this one out if you have the chance. I know in the UK here it had a very limited release and I had to travel 20 miles myself to watch it. But if you can see it, go and check it out, even if that's when it comes out on VOD. Make sure you watch this movie because it's a good, solid movie. Overall, I gave it a 7 out of 10, and it's definitely one I think you should check out. It may be a case that the subplots and the kind of taken away from the main villain might not affect you as much as it did me. And I think it's a movie that a lot of people will, maybe enjoyment's the wrong word to use, but will get a lot from and will shine a light on something which is pretty fucked up. But this is my opinion, that's all it is. You may think completely differently to me. I'm Rio, this has been my positive POV. Thank you for watching, peace out.